going on, everyone? I am Gilflo.
And I'm Lord Spleech. I'm confused why you didn't record the first take.
Hey, 2 takes is better than 1. We are reviewing Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo 64. This is the 21st out of our 296 journey to the complete N64 collection. So let's get right into the discussion. So this game right here is a nice, relaxing, auto-scroller shoot 'em up.
Or a rail shooter, if you will.
Yes, you literally have to shoot the Pokemon.
With photos.
Well, you do kind of throw balls at them at some points.
Well, true, but it's not true. It's not true poaching because you only pester them. You don't actually kill them.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get the negative out of the way right away. The same negative I think both of us had when this game came out. Still holds up to today. The game is too short.
Yeah.
Way too short.
N64 definitely limited its potential for as many Pokemon you could actually have.
Yeah, there's only, 66 Pokemon in the game?
Yeah, and that's a potential 151 because this did come out before second generation officially hit U.S. shores.
Other than that, it's an awesome game. I loved it. If you don't look up a walkthrough, you can get a lot more life out of it if you've never played it before.
It's basically, if you look up through a walkthrough, like you literally have, like let's say, like I did, magazine with all the notes, you can beat in a half hour. Us, it took about 2-3 hours, and that was just after a little while we do, okay, let's look up the notes for this route, just to like this part and this part.
Yep. Overall, though, the game starts off kind of slow because you don't have anything other than your camera when you first start. Yeah. And you have to replay the same level 2 or 3 times. And
fortunately, after the first playthrough, usually you take enough photos. Like, I don't know if there's a minimum photo requirement for the second route. Yeah. But even then, you still get unlock the second route like that anyway.
Yeah. So. But once you start unlocking, like, the food, the Pokeballs, the like, all the items, the game definitely starts to pick up and gives you options to truly start digging in and finding the different Pokemon that are hidden there. You will learn very quickly, though, to hate Professor Oak. And he is a terrible judge of photos.
Yes, he is.
He is.
You can have, like, really good close-up shots of Articuno, and it says, oh, that wasn't a good size for that shot, even though it's literally directly at its face.
It's the full
shot.
And
then it's just like, here's the full shot. Yes, it's not a full body shot, but extreme close-up is a great shot. And yet, you won't even go past the size category.
100 points, moving on.
What a dick.
Yep. So you kind of learn how to take the photos as you go. And there's times you're like sitting there. So the best part, you take like 10 pictures of a Pokemon. You have to pick. You only get one shot at it.
True.
And if you picked the wrong one and you had a better shot, too bad.
Of course, now I'm thinking of his judgmental abilities. I'm like, I wonder what Ash's mom really did to him.
So, I don't really have anything else to say on the game. I think it's fun. It's a very casual game.
It's probably, like, when we already touched on it, it's easier. It's more... now my English is completely going... But the fact is, it's better to go in blind as far as, like, the path and routing, just because it lets you take time to discover it, and probably could turn into maybe a 5-hour game, I would say.
Yeah.
But, but the only real, like, other negative I could say is just, like, when you get to the final Rainbow Cloud, which is Mew. Yeah. And Mew is a tough shot to get. I know I haven't done it. I mean, I know it's been done. Yeah. And now I think about it, because I forgot to mention... You used to be able to print pictures from this game.
Yep.
But Blockbuster doesn't exist anymore, so that's another negative. No, not really. But unless you can somehow find one of those printing stations that can accept the cart and everything.
I'm sure there's a way to do it now. But anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into the ratings. All right. So if you've seen a video before, you know that 50 is right in the middle. It's nothing good or bad. It's just kind of meh. And all the way down to that number 1 slot.
Superman 64 of the Foreshadowing.
And then all the way up to 100 being perfect. Yep. So we're just going to jump into our nostalgia rating. I gave it an 82.
I gave it a 79 because even though I will admit, like back in the day, I was a little disappointed because it wasn't like, first full 3D Pokemon game. It wasn't a full-on 3D version of Red and Blue. So that's a little disappointing. But when I rented the game, played it, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
And
for what it is, it's still a pretty damn good game.
Yeah. I give it an 82. The only thing that's holding it back is how short it is and how there's just not enough meat to it. Yeah. That being said, though, there's a lot of potential for the new one.
Yes.
If they do it right. So let's just get into how it holds up now. I dropped it 2 points just because still really short. You left it alone. It holds up.
It holds up. And for me, I can't really say it rusts because it still plays the same. You know, like I said, if you forget the notes or forget some of the things you do, you can get more enjoyment out of it because you're not just speeding through it.
Yep.
But overall, it's still the same and everything. So I can't really rust it.
So overall rating, we give it an 80, right at the bottom of the great games. Not one of the greats, but a great game. Game averages about $25 out there in the wild. You can get it cheaper. I recommend not spending more than $20 for a 5-hour experience.
Yeah, and if the new Pokemon Snap, which is still kind of a lame title, but then again, hey, whatever. But it's like, who knows, if that game really surpasses this game, then, at this point, you will be collecting this game for the sake of just having it.
This game could potentially be spiking up. We're recording this in January, before the new game comes out. We have 3 months.
2021,
I have a feeling that this game is about to become a collector piece. So
good thing I already have it.
Yep. Anyway, that's all we got. We'll catch you next time. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to catch more reviews and gameplay.
Like the video, comment if you want.
Yep. If you do comment, give us some time. We don't really check our comments that often. Dun, dun, dun. We'll catch you next time. Peace.